I'm Alex, and we're going to do the Guilty Reader book tag.
Okay, so Alex has the questions, and they're actually on my phone for once, because Alex's phone is not recording.
Okay, so the first question, have you ever re-gifted a book you've been given?
I'll answer first, and the answer to this is no. However, I have been the recipient of a book that was re-gifted once. It was a Christmas party.
Yeah.
And we had that Pollyanna.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was then.
Ooh.
Taylor had that book that she'd been given and she didn't want it, so I ended up with it.
I remember that.
Yep.
My answer is also no, but I know I've been gifted books, haven't read them, and then given them away, but I didn't re-gift them, I just didn't read them.
Just gave them away.
I just donated them. Okay, second question. Have you ever said you read a book you haven't?
I don't think I've done this, and if I did, it was probably really unintentional. Sometimes I get confused with titles and stuff, so if I ever have, it was definitely just because I was confused. Because I generally try to be pretty honest about that.
I am on the same page, actually. I try to be pretty honest about what I've read, but I feel like if I did something, it was probably unintentional.
Yeah.
Alright, third one. Have you ever borrowed a book and not returned it?
I have never done this, and actually this has never happened to me either. So I'm very grateful for that, but that's also because I don't know exactly how to put it, but basically I'm really strict about my book borrowing. I keep the hardcover covers in my drawer, and I also have this entire catalog on my laptop with every book that I own, and so I mark when someone's borrowing it. Yeah.
My answer is yes, I've done this. I did it once. It was like 4th grade. Did it, kept the book. I don't think the book ever got returned. I think it probably got thrown out, actually.
What was it?
I don't even know. It was something that Kelly gave me. It was 4th grade, and I never gave it back, and I don't know where it went, so that happened. But it never happens to me because I know where my books are if they're not returned, aka the lightning thief. That one hasn't been returned. It's okay. 4. Have you ever read a series out of order?
I have never done this. However, if you watched our book haul video, I did buy a series out of order. So I bought this when we went to this one used bookshop because I thought it was the first book. Although I really don't know how I thought it was because it literally says right here, New York Times bestselling author of A Discovery of Witches and Shadow of Night. I don't know how I bought this one out of order, but I did. But luckily I realized, God bless Goodreads. I went on Goodreads to add it into I bought this book, and then it was oh, All Souls Trilogy #3, and I was like, oh. But I am currently reading A Discovery of Witches right now, so just putting it out there.
I've never read a series out of order, but I also have bought series out of order. The first is the Witch and Wizard series, and I bought The Gift and The Fire before I ever knew there was a first one, which is quite sad. So, I don't know how I realized that this wasn't the first one. And then I also bought Spindle and 1,000 Nights out of order. I bought Spindle first thinking it was not part of 1,000 Nights. That was sad. 5th one. Have you ever spoiled a book for someone?
I have never done this, but I have been spoiled. Allegiant, I'm looking at you.
I've never done it either, but it has been spoiled for me. Allegiant, and I think, no. Actually, no, I remember witnessing the end of Mockingjay be spoiled for someone. 6th one. Have you ever dog-eared a book?
An actual book, I don't know if I ever have. I usually will grab pieces of paper, but my history review book, because I really hate my history class, I'll dog-ear that. I have no shame with that one. Dog-ear the crap out of that thing.
I do that. I do that with review books that I don't care about the class. I think if I dog-eared a book, I would have done it when I was a child, and I don't do it now, and I literally cringe every time I see bent corners. 7. Have you ever told someone you don't own a book when you do?
I have never done this before, really. Most people don't ask me to borrow books, first of all, and if they do, I'm very religious about it, so if they don't like that, they don't ask again. So I've never run into that problem before.
I'm on the same page. People don't ask me for books a lot of the times because they know I will probably hunt them down if they don't return it within a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Have you ever told someone you haven't read a book when you have?
I think I have done this before, but not intentionally, and I think I had this conversation, and then I went home, and I was looking at my bookshelves, and I was like, I did read that.
I don't think I've ever done this. I can't say I've ever done it, so there's that. 9. Have you ever skipped a chapter or section of a book?
I've never done this. I'll skim read sometimes, but I've never actually like skipped a chapter of a book before. Any sort of book, actually.
I skim read as well a lot, especially like in textbooks, because I don't feel like they're doing that. But I did definitely skip a couple paragraphs of Gone Girl, because I literally wanted to get through that or I was going to start screaming. And it was during, was her name Amy? I think Amy's chapters. I literally skipped paragraphs because I was like, I'm going to start screaming if I have to keep reading her.
Lots of hatred.
I hate that book. Anyway, 10. Have you ever badmouthed a book you actually liked?
I do believe I've done this before, and I hate to admit it, but I think there are some books, I can't really name any off the top of my head, that I have liked, and then I'm talking to someone who hates it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it was awful, you're right. But like, I like it inside.
I haven't ever done a total 180 on a book, but I've downplayed my opinion on books. If I really liked it and I'm talking to someone who hated it, I'll downplay it and be like, it was okay. But I don't think I've ever done a full 180.
I do actually know one that I can think of. The Selection series. I really liked that. It is, because I'll call it complete crap. So yeah, I do that to that book all the time. I'm so sorry, Kira Cass. It's a wonderful novel, but I do talk crap on it all the time.
It's okay. That's an acceptable one.
I know.
Well, that's all 10.
Oh, that's all 10?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was quick.
I know.
Alright, well then that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope this is a major upgrade from our Halloween special. Again, I'm really sorry about that one. It didn't turn out that well. Okay, now that's it for this video. So, bye.
Bye.